How are you guys handling expectations so far coming into the year?
I think us as a whole, we're handling it perfect, like the exact way we should, coming into the room each and every day, training as hard as we can, doing the right things outside of wrestling as well. So that's honestly the most important part, just living the right lifestyle and doing the right things on the mat. It'll carry over.
Antrell, coming off a national championship last year individually, how do you really use that to help lead your younger peers?
I lead by my work ethic. I would say I'm not too much of a vocal guy. Every here and there I'll say some things, but I just lead by the work I put in, just doing things after practice, just working hard, head down, like you should. So.
For both of you guys, having AJ Ferrari come in as a big name, how has he really gelled with your guys' team?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's a different cat that's come from a couple different programs, and so the gelling process has been getting him on our page and trying to get him to work within our system, and it's a process.
Yeah, that's the same.
I guess when you guys look over the past couple of years, you guys have kind of taken a step over Iowa. Now looking at Penn State as the top opponent to go after, what do you guys really think that you guys have done over the offseason to put yourselves in a position to take them down?
I think it's really not about Penn State, it's about ourselves at the end of the day. So I just think we're just staying true to what we know and what we do each and every day, and I think the work will show.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what Trey said, as well as this is just a chop wood, carry water situation, right? We placed above Iowa at nationals, but in no way, shape, or form would I be saying that we're ahead of them looking forward, right? I think as a whole, every single time we step on the mat, you're back to being unranked, right? And you got to prove yourself every single time you wrestle. Beating Penn State is the goal, but beating everyone's the goal, right? They just happen to be the one that everyone knows about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess you two both being multiple-time All-Americans, where do you guys think over this offseason you guys really improved your individual game?
For me, my biggest thing was just being able to wrestle on the mat, top and bottom. That was a big thing I tried to get at this summer, and I feel like I'm pushing towards getting some more riding time and just being a fully developed wrestler, not just being able to wrestle on my feet like I have my whole life, just wrestling in all aspects, I would say, is the way that I jump levels.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that I've mainly wanted to work on has been actually off mat, which is just consistency. There's been moments where I've beat the national champ, but then I've also lost to true freshmen from other schools, and so I got to make sure that I have the best product out on the mat every single time, and so that's been a lot of mental work in this off season.
And then building on that, who are some underclassmen that you've really seen take advantage of the offseason to improve?
I would say LJ Haruja. He'll be at 165. He's been doing good, man. I'll tell you that he's gonna shock a lot of people. So I'm really looking forward to him.
Man, it's hard to single out one because this summer the room was full, right? And since NCAAs the room's been full. A lot of guys are getting better in a lot of different ways, but I think that the work that I see, someone like Camden, who All-American as a true freshman, but you see that he's not taken for granted, and he's gotten way better, and he was already a dog.
I guess just how pumped are you guys to get back in there on November, I believe, 2nd? You guys take on Navy?
I can't wait, man. I wish it was tomorrow. I honestly can't wait. I've been itching to wrestle again. It feels like it's been a long however many months, but I can't wait to wrestle again.
Man, let's just do this, right? Like,
seriously.
It's fun in general to do a lot of the work, but I've done it a lot of times now. This September, October is kind of like probably the worst time of year in terms of it just feels like you're constantly itching to actually do the thing, and so I'm excited to get it done.
Yeah, and looking back at last year, what does it just mean you guys have event. He set an attendance record for a wrestling event. So what does that mean for you guys as athletes?
It shows the love that all the fans have for us. I see a constant growth of fans in the seats each and every year, and I feel like this year is going to be a tremendous boost with people in the stands. So I can't wait.
You guys got some big ones this year here at home. It seems like the excitement is at a fever pitch now, highest finish in school history. How do you, first of all, kind of manage those expectations? And then also, what do you have to say to the fans that are going to be getting excited and coming to those events here, starting with the big one and Oklahoma State coming to town in December?
Yeah, kind of like just bouncing both those questions. Being here for the past couple of years, seeing attendance grow, I feel like it's the field of dreams in terms of just, Manning and the coaches and us as a team. We've built this program, and then the people will show up, sort of thing, right? Like if we do it, they'll come. And the same thing is, we've built this hype up from, doing so good at NCAAs last year, but at the end of the day, we're not, worried about numbers. We're worried about putting points on the scoreboard, and that's what gets people to show up, and that's what's going to get people excited. And that's, what I'll say for the folks that are going to show up to these duels and get to see us wrestle this year is, get excited for some points to be scored.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to carry on what Brock said, we're all out there just trying to get as many points on the board as we can. We're not going out there to just win by 1 point, win by 2 points. We're trying to blow the scoreboard up and get the fans excited. So.
What's that going to be like here in November when you guys go to Tulsa for the national duels? I just saw that they got money on the line for the teams that have the most takedowns in the shortest amount of time or something. There's $100,000 on the line for the team. What would bring it home, a title from there or even a high finish from Tulsa right out of the gate, kind of mean to set the tone for the season?
Yeah, I think that's going to be our first staple to really show where we're at. Navy Classic's also a good one, but the national duels would be a good one to see, like where we've moved from this past year and just how much jumps we've made, how's our conditioning, and we'll see a lot of plus and minuses out of that tournament for sure.
Yeah, I think I don't even want to think about numbers in terms of the money and that, because at the end of the day, all of this is just data points to be national champs, right? Navy will be a data point, and we'll get better, we'll grow. Army will be a data point, we'll learn, we'll grow. And national duels, we'll get to wrestle some of the best. We're slated to wrestle some really, really, really good teams, and there's money on the line. But at the end of the day, it is just a data point for how we're going to end up in March.